Good afternoon. Oh, I need more energy in the room. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
My name is Luwanda Jenkins, and I'm running to become the next Lieutenant Governor of the state of Maryland. Alongside our next governor, Rich Madaleno. It's indeed a wonderful honor to be celebrating this afternoon with you. Rich, the Victory Fund really knows how to throw a party. And I want to keep the champagne flowing, so I think this calls for a toast. Everyone get a little champagne, and let's raise your glass. Here's to reaching a major turning point in our nation where the LGBT community, the African American community, the Asian community, the Hispanic community, the Native American community, the Muslim community, and people of all ethnicities, religions, gender, and socioeconomic groups can come together to take our seat at the table. Now is our time. Here's to progressive progress as we make our way past the Trump White House. Right to the State House of Maryland and other state houses around the country. Cheers. And now, please welcome my dear friend, my running mate, a champion for equality and social justice for all, the next governor of the great state of Maryland, Rich Madaleno.
Thank you, Luwanda. I agree, this is quite a big event. I want to take a moment to thank and congratulate the Victory Fund's new president and CEO, Mayor Anise Parker. Anise, on behalf of all of the LGBTQ candidates who are running this year and those of us already in office, thank you so much for everything you've done and for taking the leadership of this organization at this critical time in our history. I also want to thank the boards and staff of the Victory Fund for their tireless efforts to support my candidacy and those of dozens of other qualified LGBTQ candidates running for office at the local, state, and national level. Give the Victory Fund boards and staff a hand. So a little bit about me. I grew up here in Silver Spring. I actually, as a child, I overcame a speech impediment so that I could speak at these sorts of organizations. At an early age, I got assistance through the Montgomery County Public Schools, and a good public school teacher helped show me the way and lift me up. Yay, public schools! Yes. And a special shout out to all the public school teachers who are running for office around the country. So I eventually went on to get a bachelor's and master's degree from Syracuse University. Go Orange, anyone in the room? Okay, woo. So, and just so you know, when I'm governor, education and supporting educators will be the top priority of the Madaleno Jenkins administration. You know, sometimes it's hard to believe that this is the path I'm on. After all, like many of you, I was told there were many things I couldn't do or would never become because I was gay. I was told I couldn't win that seat in the House of Delegates in Maryland in 2002, becoming the first openly gay person to serve in the Maryland General Assembly. In fact, in 2000, I was told to stay in the closet if I ever hoped to have a political career in the state of Maryland. And we've busted out of that closet and we've made history over and over in Maryland. In 2006, I was told I'd never be able to get elected to the state Senate as an openly gay person. My career would end there. And we've gone on to just bigger and better heights. And now in 2018, people are telling me there's no way Maryland's going to elect an openly gay man as governor, an African-American woman as a lieutenant governor, and we are all here today to say no. And we're going to make that happen once again, because as you can see, Luwanda and I don't like being told no. And I plan on responding once again by doing what I've done over and over, and that is win myself and win marriage equality in the state of Maryland. My friends, with your help, we can make history in Maryland. We can make history in the Washington area. Think what it would mean. Think what it means to the young people of this region, the young people of this country, to have Maryland have an openly gay governor sitting in the shadow of the nation's capital. We can make that happen. And I'm more confident of this each and every day. Now, you may have heard a story last week of one of my opponents accusing me of prancing around the State House. Well, let me tell you, I'm proud to say I'm looking forward to prancing right to victory in June and November. And then to have Luwanda and I sitting and governing in Annapolis, only a few miles from the White House, and showing this country what good, smart, democratic governance looks like. We are going to take on the Trump and Pence agenda every day, day in and day out. And I'll be in the governor's mansion with a good, modern first family for the state of Maryland. My husband, Mark Hodge, is right there. And if you don't already know them, our children, Katie and Jackson, who are right there. And if you get home tonight and you want to watch something that's guaranteed to make you smile, laugh, and cry, watch the video that we have on our website that's narrated by our son, Jackson. And you'll see you'll see an ad like you've never seen before in our country. So, and I also want to give a shout out, I'm sorry, I forgot my parents. Rich and Kathy are also here. So, truly, I wouldn't be here without them. So, in closing, as I look at my family that I'm so proud of, I remember another time when I was said no. I was told no. And that's when Mark and I wanted to get married. That led me to take on yet another fight. And with my incredible colleagues in the Maryland legislature, and I think one of them is here now, Delegate Luke Clippinger, but with Ann Kaiser, Bonnie Cullison, Mary Washington, Heather Mazier at the time, Peter Murphy, we led the charge to get marriage equality done. I was proud to lead that fight and become the first state to pass marriage at the ballot. I'm sorry for people from Maine who are in the room, our polls closed an hour earlier. So we will always claim we were the first one to pass marriage. And this past week, Luke and I teamed up with our colleagues and yet another member of the LGBT caucus who came out to pass a bill banning conversion therapy in the state of Maryland. Young people. Young people in our state and states around the country will not be subjected to this torture any longer. And while this is a victory for sure, it's a reminder that our fight is so incredibly far from over. Just ask anyone from Virginia. Come on, I'm from the right side of the river. I got to throw in a Virginia joke every once in a while. Come on, they have some ways to go, but they're making progress. Danica Rome, where are you? Yes. Our community has progressed, but we must progress together, and that means all of us. So thank you all for your time today and for your support. Especially thank you for those of you who are visiting from outside of DC. Be sure to come back next year. We'll have one hell of a party in Annapolis for you. because there's going to be a governor who will want to show you around town. Thank you all very much, and have a great morning and afternoon.
Please welcome Chair of One Victory